and foremost, like I said, call Lali and Hawa March, we are shy much from Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle, give the stone and shout out to the brothers out there pushing this word in all sincerity and in truth. We're out here once again. Yeah, we're out here once again. You know, in the highways and byways, you know, I declare this truth unto you people. You know, I try. So like, yeah, you know, we're out here, you know, I try to get you 6 skulls that, you know, this society, our life as you know it, is about to come to an end. You know, me on one of the social media sites, you know, just I fool around and, you know, me hear a female complain about the culture, right? What them call the hookup culture. You know, she a complain about it. Surprising to me, you know, she a complain about it, right? Because what she's saying is that because the type of lifestyle, it's very hard for people come together and actually, you know, settle down, you know, husband and wife situation, whatever. Right, but we have people, you know, in my personal opinion, you know, may agree with that because it is slackness, you know, it's wickedness. Right, because that's the reason why the scripture say the land commit boredom. Right, and hey, this whole way of life here is polluted. Right, whether you want to accept it yes or no, you have people out there will love it. Right, especially men of the society, they love it. You know, they can go around, you know, and trade girls basically. You know, trade everybody see in the name out, you know, been sleeping with the same woman. Right, so, you know, so them love it, yo. Oh, my turn back. Them love it, but it's boredom. Right? I want to watch the land. Israel, you know, you're not going to have that type of living. Right? And among a lot of other things that is going to be changed, though. Right? May watch a video with him, with Dave Chappelle. Right? And they talk about gender equality. So they must say then if females and males equal, then why is it that why you have a WNBA and an NBA? Right? And you ask the question, what if LeBron James decide to change in gender and say he's a female and I'm going to play in the WNBA? What will happen? Right? If they score 850 points to one match, because they couldn't keep up, they couldn't stop him, you know, and then you know him saying that why do you think would happen? You know, if they mix it. Right, the team with the most women would have been the losing team. And the team with the most men would have been the winning team. You understand? Because men and women don't equal. Right? So a lot of things in the society, you know, where you take pride in, right, that is going to be cast out there. Right? It's going to be reset.
I mentioned that I watched a documentary recently, basically about the same thing. And in the documentary, you have some female athletes, who like them a student, where them a complain. So because of this thing, where men and women can compete in the same sport, especially like track and field and them something. Yeah. She a complain and say basically no women nah get no scholarship.
Right.
Because the men them a beat all of them record and at every meet, the male them a run the better time.
Right.
Right, so at the end of the day, they try equality, and when they get them so-called equality, them can't manage it.
Hey, and you see, you have the women of our nation who find pride in an equality thing here, right? Because you find say them love it even more than the people who start the whole idea, right? Because even in the homes, the homes that are them Edomites or you know them other nations, you find that there is more discipline where the family is concerned.
Yeah.
Right? But for the Israelite home, right, it's more destroyed because there's no discipline. You understand? And the women are doing that type of thing, right?
This is Jeremiah 4, verse 22. So for my people is foolish,
right?
They have not known me. They are status children,
right?
And they have none understanding.
Right, you say you're status children and you have no understanding. That's the reason why all your homes broken. And the reason why your divorce rates are high. Right? Because your culture. Right? You don't know the most side, you don't know the laws. Right? And we come out here and we try to explain to you, right, what is right, what is wrong, and how things operate for it to work, right? You treat it under the bus. Most of the time them say, oh, that is back in the day, right? That is Bible days. Right? But the truth is that, you're just simple and you destroy it for lack of knowledge. Go ahead.
They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
Right, you're wise to do evil. Right? So you will find the women we more defend the homosexuality and sex change madness. Right? Because you're wise to evil, right? You have men who are homosexual and apartheid. Right? But in the beginning when it was on the hush hush, the women used to be one who defend it basically. Right? Even right here in Port Antonio, you used to have some one and two, funny guys, right? And the women used to go about with women, and the women feel comfortable, right? And this is what happens when you are led by women, right? That's the first. Matter of fact, that is the first. The first break in the order is being led by a woman, right? And then the next break in the order is what it can cause.
No, it can cause men them to be women.
Yeah, because the women they grow up them sons. You're feminine.
Yeah.
Right, you grow them and you base them off of your character. And right, so you find something get emotional, so like you find something get emotional just like you. Right, they make bad decisions just like you. Right, and then you find that them just like how you jump from one male to the next. Right, them come up with your example, both male and female, and switch partners. And you complain about it when it happens to you. Yes, so Mark?
And it also leads to woman trying to play that dominant role in terms of changing the masculinity, not masculinity, them gender.
And as I said, it's an earth. And then I said earlier when one of the main argument point is everything righteous is referred to that back in the day, modern time
right.
now. But guess what? If them they check the statistics, divorce rate never high back in the day.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, the more they get modernized, the more they're going to hook up culture, the more higher it gets.
Family didn't got back in the days,
Right.
yo. Back in the days, and throughout the scripture, everybody grew up in them family, yo. And when the time come, who to break off and go and get for them land and
Right.
whatsoever.
Right.
Get them blessing, you know what I mean? And a man forward and see her and like her and take her. And he move with her as a wife.
Right.
Nowadays, you have a daughter, yo, and every 6 months is a different son-in-law you have.
Yeah, legit though.
See me? Madness, yo.
Yo, legit though, legit. That's what Mark.
This is Jeremiah 31 and verse 22 says, how long will thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man.
Right, and you can see that wholeheartedly, right around where Drake earlier.
Like your prime example.
Right.
Look one Prime Minister of Jamaica. But then the respect him like how everybody have respect for Prime Minister of Barbados. That the woman we are going with a portion of thing over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they show you, the respect the dead for men nowadays, yo. A woman have all of the respect and both men are hand over the respect to women.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna do anything to get the appreciation of the vaginal grease, man. It's all about the grease. Right? I'm gonna do anything for the win over the grease.
Viscous inner.
Yeah, man, anything for the grease. If you just say, oh, he said for this cause, a man go into the darkness and look up on a lion. hey, you men of this nation are whipped, yo. Right? Because if we be honest, right, the truth is that the problem starts with the men.
Right.
Because if the men were in order, then naturally the woman would have fallen in order. You understand? It's the men to blame you. Right? If all the men put on them foot right now, then everything will go back in order. Yo. Right? But because the top of the stream is not clean, right, then the rest of the stream are going to remain dirty. Right, but but at the end of the all is that at the end of the day, everything's gonna go back to how it's supposed to be. Right? Because the Lord has to perform that. Right? Matter of fact, things that take place now, we're kind of, are shaking people up. Right? And you know that it was not all cookies and daisies. Right? The simple little skirmish will take place over there in Europe. Right? And people go crazy. Right? People start thinking about one person come to mind. What's she name? Cardi B. Right? She worried about a nuclear war. Right? But that never got to her mind a week before. Right? She don't think how much wickedness she can do. Right? But that company see the most I like people don't listen. Hey, it was not our cookies and daisies. At times, to get yourself shaken up. Are you just ready, to experience something you've experienced in your life?
But the thing is with them people, because as much as they might think about it now, in the long run, this Ukraine-Russia thing is squash and go back on the low. Everybody going back to their daily life. You know what I mean? Even when the gas price don't go back down, when them get back comfortable,
I'll find a way to pay up.
them no business. Everybody adapt to that, and that is the new norm.
The same thing I was thinking about the
You know what I mean? So nobody no really,
22.
no
For all
really
these
look
things that
for
we
what
not
take
turn from the
place.
wickedness.
And because they
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
understand the
yeah.
connection, and them now listen when the men of the Lord come out to show them the signs and what will take place, yo.
Yeah, because you see the thing is, even if it is that the situation here cool down, right, and things appear like to go back to normal, it is not.
That's right.
Right?
No.
We should have learned over the last couple of years is that every year things wax worse and worse and worse and worse. If you've been following the timeline since even 2008, right, when Russia invaded Georgia, to the depression, housing bubble, Russia Crimea in 2014, earthquake in Japan tsunami, Fukushima, earthquake in over there, so 80. The Indonesian tsunami, right? All these events, the tension in South China Sea keep on getting worse. All these so-called, a lot of these so-called, what is the word? Celebrities, I drop out. The volcano eruption them, where take place, hey, things are keep on wax worse. You see, even that, a lot of people don't remember, right? Fisher Beach themselves, as brother said, birds that fall out of the sky, right? Hey, every year things keep getting worse and worse and worse, and it's gonna come to a grand hoorah, whether you want to believe it yes or no, right? So you see, you might think that you're out of the woods with this Russia-Ukraine thing. If it died down in the next 2 months, you're not. Things will always wax worse, yo.
Right? It's compared to a woman that gives birth.
Right.
When a woman just gets pregnant, when they reach a certain stage, the contraction is too far apart.
Right.
Right? Till the closer you get to the
more, yeah.
Closer the contraction will come.
Right.
Right? So closer we get to the end of the more
Hey.
you got pop up, right? So,
Hey.
as I say, if the Ukraine died down now,
Can.
as that died down,
Something
else
come
pop
up, man.
up.
Right, it's fair say no. It's fair say when they just say peace and safety, then also destruction, yo. Right? Yeah, go ahead. Read out.
1 Thessalonians 5 verse 2, right? For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night,
Right?
for when they shall say peace and safety,
Right?
then sudden destruction cometh upon
And
them.
if you see how they chorus with each other, he said he come as a thief in the night, and when he just say peace and safety, so
Yeah,
destruction, because it's gonna be a time when you least expect it. Right, that's when it's gonna hit you. But because you're gonna be so vulnerable, hope the peace, right, it's gonna hit you even harder. Right? As a situation died, I say, yes, we're going back to normal, and then bam, something is in your face. Right? That's what they did a lot. That's what they did a lot. I think you people so hard, yo. They're not looking for it. Right?
And that's when scripture say, I think our second Ezra, it actually tell us, the victual shall be so good cheap upon earth, but them think themselves to be in good case, see? It's a scourges and all these things are sent as amendment. The famine, everything and everything they come as an amendment and for scourges.
Right.
But for all these things, them not gonna turn from them wickedness, man.
Right.
Yeah. Scripture actually tell you.
See,
Yeah.
people knows they're open up.
Right.
Yeah.
man.
And everybody happy.
Yeah, man. Hey, what the ACA says that in Jamaica, the Prime Minister, remove all, all restrictions.
DRMA, DRMA?
Yeah,
Disaster Risk
Yeah,
Management.
it's a risk management act.
Okay.
Right, they remove it. Right, so right now the whole country, is in a party right. But it could be that, he's setting you up for your so-called third or fourth wave. It could be that he's setting you up for your fifth wave, sorry.
Hey.
Right? It could have been that, like our he must want to get him Juice mandate.
Gun.
Out here saying, look, free it up like you say. We have this big spike, so you need to come take your juice. Right? That could have been the reason.
Because of the vaccination was still around.
Yeah. Gun.
Everything pull up, everything good while the vaccination was
Still around. Right? And,
Yeah.
and hey, and as we say, all time 1 month, you want to know what's going to take place in Jamaica, then look what's taking place overseas. Right? In China, them say them have another outbreak.
Propaganda.
It's starting in China.
And then Europe
UK,
and America.
Europe.
Right?
And
So
then the trend.
it's going to just, it's the same trend.
And
Gonna follow.
And I'm glad we would have
Same trend is gonna follow. Right?
I say, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them,
Right?
as travail upon a woman with child.
Right, as I said, as a veil upon one with a child, because our first pain, right, is sudden. Right, so she feel the first contraction and then it ease up. But by this she know that, at time you have the baby. And as the time go on, it's gonna come on and off until that grand hoorah, which is just gonna have to,
Bear the pain.
bear the pain and get that baby out.
And they shall not escape.
God.
Hey. As you mentioned about the people them gone out back on the road as him free up. Like I mentioned last night, you have this nigga yesterday come from my workplace and basically 2 more brethren come there. So him brethren actually I tell him say him have a buckle for him later because they're going to celebrate because everything open up now. Zin? Come like them go out last night, they're going to do whatever they're going to do, and drink. The same nigga, I see him place on my workplace, in company step till they come lay down. Well mash up, can you come and work? Well mash up enough and whole heap of liquor we ain't going to drink last night,
Yeah.
And come on my workplace, come on my workplace, I see him waste by the stepping comes down and vomit up himself.
Hey, one of the things that I remember them say, these are the new norm, You have to remember to, Alright, because look on it, even though the mandate lift, brother. Any store realize, we still see people that walk up and down in a mask, know each other.
Yeah, me see these people, man.
Him say, when you are going to certain places,
Yeah,
it's
so
still
much-
advised.
so much-
Yeah,
No, me
advice.
see literally the people on the street.
Right, advice, right. So just to show you that them put the people them in a limbo because guess what? Because them get so used to this after doing this
Yeah.
in 2 years, Even when them not have to do it,
Them do it.
them have a constantly do it. You know what I mean? And that to show you why them say all these people are sheep,
The music get programmed,
Them
man.
a sheep. But guess what? We just have a worldly shepherd here. We are leading in a wolf, a pack of wolves, not a leading people them.
Gone. Scripture for them
Ephesians,
as raven
Second
wolves.
Ezra 16 and verse 19 says, Behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Right, you want something to look forward to? That's what you have to look forward to. Right, a famine and plagues upon this place, Right, a famine like you never seen before. Now, we've been speaking about the food crisis that's taking place in the world. Right, we've been telling you that, hey, the government, a certain countries been paying the farmers them to destroy their crop. If you remember carefully, in the beginning of this pandemic back in 2020, a lot of farmers threw out a lot of onion, potato,
Milk.
Say that?
Milk.
and milk cow by the gallons. Right? If you can remember, don't you think that's going to have an effect on the food supply and the food supply chain? Hey, these men are orchestrate an artificial famine for this place, yo. Believe it or not, right? Because their plan is to kill a lot of people via starvation.
Right.
Right? And a war right now don't make that easy.
We are Jews up too.
Yeah, you know. we are the Jews. Hey, cause right now Jamaica as we are, we rely upon about 70% of what we consume daily is from overseas. About 70%, probably more.
People who produce across the years, we produce white rum.
And that was
And
scarce.
white rum
Scarce,
scarce.
yeah.
And then they have food that's something where everybody
Right.
consume and everybody consume
Right.
alcohol. Yo.
Right. Look, hey,
So
look,
if alcohol can go scarce and that's something we
we could
produce.
produce. You can imagine.
All our food are imported, import them. So
Majority of our food.
Majority.
All our
Majority.
food are imported.
I mean,
Because
look at rice.
the liquor we grow can't sustain. Yeah.
Look at the rice, yo. We eat rice every day, you know.
Every day.
We eat rice every single day.
I would have produced it.
Not produce rice. Right? The very wheat we eat is imported. Yeah? You understand? So if right now the supply chain is disrupted, Jamaica is in trouble. Right? You think the world don't know that? Therefore, they control this know that.
And even if you know him can't do nothing about that, but
Verse 20. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victual shall be so good, chief upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case. And evil then shall evil grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine.
Right, so many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. Right, and the other day, in this year again, that's 2017, I think them said Jamaica that go through a famine, go through a drought. Right, and people say, oh, you know, famine because it run and produce whatever. But you don't eat, and you have food for the shelves, and food in your houses. That's not a famine. That is not a famine. A famine is when you have absolutely no food, not for one day, right? But for months and weeks and months, yo, that is a famine. Years. Right? Hey. You know, you're watching kids for the TV in Africa. With them down there as staff basically. You know, them can tell about what is, you know, if you have a family like situation. No, what if you know, imagine that on a world scale, yo. Imagine every country if we go through that.
And give them money if
It's not going to be anything pretty out here. Yeah, that's the way I was coming and watching movies on the road. You know, the Book of Eli. Huh? Where's it? Oh, you know, you can watch your movies if you have an idea of what it's like. Right? Okay, you're going to have that experience. Right? And the truth is that, you know, being a doomsday prepper and storing up tons and tons of food in your houses, you know, at the end of the day, that can't help you, right? And that make you a target, right? Because the most I set this thing up perfectly. So if you've been storing your food, you're going to be a target, and people are going to come to your food to kill you. Right? You can find that. Yeah.
Back to verse 2 Psalm 16 and 22 again. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine,
Right.
and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Right. They not escape the hunger. the food is going to destroy. Right? As we said earlier, you're going to store your food and people are going to come and kill you for your food. Right? So and it's going to be a never-ending cycle. Because when they come and kill you for your food and they have it now, somebody is going to come and kill them for the food.
So continue.
It's going to continue. Right? As the scripture said, if they escape the famine, they're going to die by the sword.
Because a multiple, based on the issues that are going to come up, yo, more than one, yo. So even if you have food, you know, food that's just going to last you a while, but that's going to be just a food issue. There's going to be lawlessness out here, yo. So even if you have food in your house, you know, you can stay in there, yo. That have people out and try plunder.
You might even make it home because when everything go down, you know, and the civil unrest, you probably try to make it back to your bunker and you die on your way.
Right. Make it, yo.
Acting like them walking around with all the food and them back.
Yeah, you know, you might die on your way, yo.
So them are big.
Yeah, you might go there and somebody find it and lock you out.
Yeah.
You understand?
We start pretty up time in a movie.
14, verse 13. The Son of Man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and will break the staff bread hereof, and I will send famine upon it, and I will cut off man and seed from it.
And hey, right at this point, I dare say that we can't trespass anymore against the Lord, yo. I dare say, you know, but your sins, the sins of our people, right? They are published our people, you know. Reach up unto heaven, yo. Right? And all the time when most I go pour the indignation, right? Because the balance of life simple. Right? If you're as them say in physics, when you push against the wall, you push back, you know, with a local amount of force. You know, so your sin against the Lord, you have to reap reward. Right? Which is death, yo. You're gonna get hit. So you can't expect to be doing these things, you know, and go off and have this wicked for years, you know, then think the most sense I look past it, yo. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, so Paul is saying, no, Paul, yeah, which I said, he say, why does you kick against the prick? Right? Yeah, kick against the prick, yo. You must get hurt. Right? So the Lord said, I'm going to send famine in the land, yo, and death. And he's not going to spare. That finish, Jack?
Second Ezra's 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another,
right,
and swords.
And that's going to be the situation. Right? You're gonna have race wars taking place. Right? You're gonna have civil war taking place.
Class war.
Class war as the accept. You know. You're gonna have a lot of factions, yo.
Economic collapse.
Right? You'll have the economic collapse of people are killing themselves. You know? You're gonna have real diseases out here as they accept. Real diseases.
Even demons out. And you have a lot of demons.
Right, that's the scariest part.
Certain spirits are the most
Yeah, that's
because everything will basically attack for the vibration of a spirit.
Right, that's how we scariest part.
So certain spirit of fear, yo, are going to be upon all men, yo. That point.
The Lord is going to send the spirits loose in the circle.
Just like what about in Egypt, yo.
Hey,
Spirits loose.
you know see what happened at the place on the other day. The Most High bring swift judgment. That we see happening. Swift judgment, the Most High bring. The Most High execute judgment speedily from the other day, brother.
Yeah. Judgment, the time, speed up. You know, the more the Most High cut the layover time. You don't have to wait too long. You know why too? Because the time for the big judgment, you don't can draw close. It'll be like this. Think about it this way. It's like a meteorite. Because they want to pick a meteorite that hit the earth. And when the meteorites that come, you have to have some small ones first. Drop. So the swift judgment, you know, it's like one here, until that big one, bam.
Yeah, I'm going
Okay, Alright, go on and go back.
And this is Sirach 39 verse 28, where the spirits that are created for vengeance,
Right.
which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Right, hey, he's saying their fury beyond sore strokes. Hey, when the Most High release his spirits on this earth, as I said, it's going to be a fearful time. Trust me, it's going to be a fearful time. Right? Right.
Even back when before parents used to talk about doping, we used to have like a fear, of certain other things. You know what I mean? But nowadays, our generation, we grew up now, we don't experience none of that. You know what I mean? We grew up on fluff and, walk in the park and, ice cream and roses.
Hey, man, I take all pay for go ball a cemetery, a ball a graveyard, and jump on top of grave and all this.
One time I did that.
I remember one bridge, where we talked about going through 18. We're saying out of fear. You see recently?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, man, he's saying out of fear. Hey, we tell you this, man, the Most High is going to teach you fear.
Quick one. And Skip says the fearful to the Father than Most High. You can't get Father than Most High.
He's all fearless people here. We just walk free and sing. You know, them have everything under control. Look, sit. One of them celebrity. You know, she go last night.
Hey,
In her car.
if that girl could retell you what happened, like maybe the seconds before she fucked you out, you know, she may be even dead before, because when she realized, look, fear,
Yeah,
come
man.
over her, when she realized, look, this thing out of control,
Yeah,
no
man.
sign and play,
Fear the Lord. Fear the Lord. The Lord is not partial in judgment. Right? And you have some people that say they don't believe. Whether you want to believe this or no, it doesn't matter. The Lord will not hesitate to judge you. Oh, that's okay.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their force
Right.
and appease the wrath of him that made
Right,
them.
then the time of destruction, they put their force, they appease the wrath that made them. Right? If you can remember, you can remember at that time of the Passover, when them said when the Israelites were told to mark the doorposts with the blood, right? It was very why word team. Bang, why word team. He was very specific. Say, listen, mark your doorposts with the blood. Because if you don't mark your doorposts with the blood, then the angel is going to come in there and you're going to get your first man.
one command them get you.
Right,
I mean, them get strict commands. You look here, once you see
kill the first man.
You know what I mean?
And you see, and if you understand, and if you see, you people really don't understand, and fear. You see them angels, the spirits, as brother read about earlier, spirits of creative vengeance. Listen, there is that like man.
And they not sympathy.
They don't have no sympathy. Them follow their orders. Well, give a next situation. When them go, listen, as the brother say, them say, listen, the man say, listen, the order was listen. They're gonna go into Egypt, and anywhere down to blood, you kill. He never say, if you go to my house, I realize it's an Israelite. You don't have no blood for them doorposts. Spread that one. He said, anywhere there is no blood, kill.
Come on, yo.
Alright, we get a situation. When David jump back to Israel, and the same spirit of them come down and start to swing his sword. You think in the partial or say, oh, Mr. yourself?
And give the angel too. Basically,
Yeah, them spirits, they're not going to play. If you're not on the Most High, I don't know what to tell you.
Get it, yo.
I don't know what to tell you.
So even that's why we out here a beg and a plea repentance so much yo. Because back then you could have back then you could have that physical gesture.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just you have to easier. You just put the blood against the doorpost and good yo. Right now, you know what I mean, that move over to a spiritual covering you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was trying to physically, spilling blood in
Right.
that sense.
Right.
So that is what gave us the leeway.
Right.
We have grace.
Right. So that's why we're out here now. I encourage, you know what I mean, and I beg and I beseech. Turn, you know what I mean? All who have an ear to hear, let them hear you.
Done.
Tell 9 and verse 4 say, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem,
Right.
and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and that cry for all the
Right.
abomination.
So this now, as I can bring this is the new mark. Right. It's not the blood on the doorpost anymore. Right. It's a spiritual mark. And it specifically say, oh, them that sigh and that cry for the abomination, of the city, right?
You never say, yo, all who in them churches here, pray for plan. You know what I mean? And I pray for a prosperous 2015 in Jamaica, you know, and
2022.
the world.
2022.
Right. You know what I mean? You never say that, yo. Scripture say, who sigh, and who cry, yo. And those are two, discomforting words, yo. You know what I mean? You have to go through certain tribulation now and be unhappy with the current state of this event, yo.
Surely oppression.
Right.
Surely oppression of a wise man.
According to Christians, them saved first, so I don't think they need to go through that.
Saved already. You never see how saved them be, yo. That days to come. That sigh and that cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, let not your eyes fear, neither have ye pity.
Right. Hey, you hear that? He said, let not your eyes fear, neither have ye pity. Right. So and that's the reason why. That's the reason why go down for people word the way it word. No. Right. When I say have not pity. Go down and read it.
Slay utterly old and young.
Yeah, because first thing I say, oh, all people, elderly, or the baby. He said, listen. He said, you have no pity. No spare old nor young. Whether them could have 100 years old, right? Or 100 minutes old. It doesn't matter. Why?
Slay utterly old and young, both babes and little children.
Both babes and little children. So it doesn't matter. Your gender is not going to matter. Right? It's not going to be, alright, women and children, go on the boat first, come to safety. It's not going to be that, yo. It's not Titanic. Go
Let us come up at your window, eh?
And women will come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
Right.
Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house.
In spiritual respect persons. Right? You have something.
This is Galatians 6 and verse 7 says, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall reap of the flesh corruption, shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
As I said earlier, you think you can live in all this wickedness and everything this art at the end of the day. Right? You couldn't that could never happen, yo. Right? Don't you remember Sodom and Gomorrah? What happened with them? Right? Don't you even before that? Right? With Noah. What happened to the whole entire earth, yo?
All these things were for our examples.
Right. He said all things in that fourth are written for our learning. That means
Patience.
Right? If you go to and make you a fool of yourself, yo. Right? And you're going to learn that in the long run, that you'll be only making a fool of yourselves. Yeah, again, this is them on social media every day. Right? Them so proud, them go up and them talk all these things, you know, like them immortal. Right, like the most I can't judge them, you know, them say them live them own life, what them do, whatever they want to do. You're being proud, right? And when I think the most I the most is a proud look, right? Hey, you can bring it out for me, up? Most pride? Yeah. Bring it out for me. Right? Hey, the most I hate pride, yo. The most I don't like pride. Right? There should only be one proud. And that's the most high.
Yeah. Pride is not made for man.
Right, God, pride was not made for man. Right, man is like dirt and go walk on you.
Why ashes on earth, bro?
This is Proverbs 6 and verse 16 says, these 6 things doeth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, a hand that shed innocent blood.
Right, it's a proud look. That was up on the list. A lying tongue and hands that shed blood. Right, but the most I don't like pride, yo. The most I don't like it. Right? How hey, you don't even know. You know, you can't even conceive your own birth, yo. You can't even conceive how the spirit we have inside of the body of birth. Right? Who are you to be proud? Right? You're supposed to walk with your faces down on the ground. Because you don't even know you eat. You don't know why or how you want to plant something that you can't eat.
The process of oxygen where you breathe.
Right, you don't even conceive. You can't
sustenance from that. You don't understand how that works.
You can't understand how that works.
You don't even have to think for breathing.
And the principle I just bring out now when you look into it, you know, it actually show you how the Mosai, the Mosai actually describe Esau in 3 words, you know. A proud look, a lying tongue, and the hands that shed innocent blood. He described Esau in 3 different words in the Quran, which shows the Mosai ate Esau, bro.
Esau the father, all of that.
Yeah. My father, all of it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Matthew 23 and 12. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased. Right? And he that humbleth himself shall be exalted.
And if the most size of board, I tell you this, man, take it from me. The most size of board to show all you people that you're nothing. Right? As the brother said, I just probably say fear alone. Kill that girl last night, yo. I don't say good. Maybe I say fear alone. At the situation where I take place, kill her.
Right, and if you look back now, you can see how many proud videos she would have made in her life, yo.
Yeah, well, guess what?
The TikToks and everything.
Most I never care about that.
TikToks and everything.
Most I never care about she being influencer. Can I see a post about influencer? You know what I mean? What is an influencer? What you know? You couldn't influence.
It's the most bad flu. The most bad flu is an influencer. A bad flu.
You know what I mean? But with people, that's why they ask say, yo, stopped up and pride, yo. They look back on her life and see the part how she lived, yo. It was the example. You know what I mean? So none of us out here, we're gonna be out here shedding tears for her, yo. Following the message.
Exactly, yo. And she would be the first one of the most I take out.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that body didn't talk, so it wasn't that bad.
Mr. put up on video when they say she posted just before the crash.
Just before the crash.
Yeah.
Or in the red suits?
Yeah. And you have a female in the box down in a brown tight looking thing. And, yeah. I think the 2 foot and pop cross as well still, you know. Like,
I don't think she ever meet in a car accident before. She never did in a car accident before. First attempt.
First time.
First attempt.
Get her again.
Proverbs 16 and verse 18 says, pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before fall.
Right? It's a pride for distraction, as the brother bring up. You know, who I'm most proud right now? So, white man You know, and feet fall come up sharply. Hey, me watch a video today. And a lady basically I cuss out, you know, I don't reach forum, I mean switch forum she did on, but she cuss and I say, oh, you know, since when we consider war to be a problem or a such a great atrocity? Since when? Because war to take place forever since. Right, I want to put out here on a humanitarian crisis.
Which scripture go back to? We say I sit as a widow and they shall never know the love of the children.
I say 47.
Yeah, it never happened to them before.
Right.
So therefore, war is never going to be a problem with them because it reach them first.
The lady saying, where is the humanitarian them? We're about humanitarian crisis. Even 2 years ago in Syria, where were they? Right, last year in Yemen, where were they?
And people are fled to Turkey, go to Europe and try to escape.
Thousands of refugees. Where were the people say, oh, humanitarian crisis? But who was doing the invading? Who was funding
The invasion.
the invasion?
Who was being invaded?
Who was being invaded?
We'll look closer to you. Yeah.
So that's the problem. They say, hey, y'all hypocrites, man. Y'all hypocrites. But luckily for us, the Lord is not partial. Right? And you're gonna get your judgment. Matter of fact, your judgment double. Hey, you think Hiroshima and Nagasaki see anything yet? Wait to see what's gonna happen to America. You know, that's gonna be the talk of the town. People are gonna forget about Hiroshima.
At least them two places there. You know have no habitation there, but you know, so one and two things kind of
Yeah.
go back and have a little place.
Yeah, you know.
Build back.
Yeah, but
America now ever have back no human build back here.
The scripture say the pride of your heart deceive me. They're not doing on the cliffs of the rocks. Right? You're deceived to think that you're gonna continue as this, right? And you're gonna be this forever. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna be taken down. You're gonna be taken. Hey, me on the news, I watch you have one from the Western perspective recently, and they make it sound like, you know, Russia lose the war in Ukraine. They talk about how much soldiers Russia lose, how much fighter jets them lose, you know, how much equipment and whatever. That make it Russia not lose the war. What we're sure about is that Russia will not lose that war, because of the scripture. Russia is going to be the main one. Right, it's going to be a god until the nations, and it's going to be the main one. We are going to take on America. So we're sure Russia is not losing that war. Yeah, so you see, you have to understand how war, news war propaganda goes. Because every side have to make, you know, if you say things to build morale, for their own troops, and so forth. For sure you say, it's not for the league on Ukraine. See a video where a Russian, Ukrainian man spoke to Russian soldiers, and he was asking, you know, if there is a gas. So they laugh and say, yeah, you know, they can't refer for real fuel. But they laugh and attack. So they say, if Russia not go out and kill everybody with them see. What do I kill that man? You know, they kill, they talk about attack and laugh with him. Yeah, you know. But it's a war-like propaganda because in the media, them have to say Russians are killing innocent people. They have one situation and say that they mark a certain area, there's a bomb shelter, and you have whatever. Now, let me ask you this. If you're in a war, right? You know, me I shoot at you. And me go in the midst of some civilian and I shoot at you. What would you do? Think about it, you know. Who kill the people? If they're dead in an airstrike, who kill them? Me I fight. And me use a human shield. Who kill the person? I me kill the person. Can me use the person as a human shield?
Bring them in this conflict.
You understand? So if there's my fire missiles at the Russians from a civilian territory, the Russians is gonna fire back at them still. So anybody die in a situation, and whoever bring the artillery there, kill them. Because they didn't want them to die, then keep them out of the war. You understand?
lot of deception going around. Right? Lot of deception. And people vulnerable to the point here, you know, and seemingly can't see through nothing. Right? Revelation 18 and verse 6 says, reward her even as she reward you,
Right.
and double unto her double according to her works.
Right, it's a double unto earth. Double. You know what atrocities America come to the earth? Those people them kill. Right, if you want to start from our people, that the so-called white man, to be more specific then, from our people in the transatlantic slave trade and to the hardcore slave, them which people, much of them kill, then you have to the Gadites them, much of them kill. Right, they have other people, other nations on the earth they oppress. Right?
The tribes of South America,
Right.
been destroying them, those people. I mean, to the throughout the Caribbean, to Haiti. You know what I mean? Somehow over there in Africa, and we have a lot of our people over there, same way.
Africa,
He's destroying them.
Hey, I don't know how you sleep at night, yo. I don't know how you sleep, knowing that you know all these things come up over here. I don't know how you sleep. Right, you should be tormented. The more and that's what the scripture say, you know. Say great fell upon them. Great fear fell upon them when they saw them. Right, and we can understand why. Right, you know that all them things that you've been doing over the years is gonna come back and bite you. So you must fear, yo. You must fear. Right, you must hate sleeping in the Lord on the highways and byways, yo. Right, you must hate to look up to the skies, you know, and see them chariots fly by.
Some encounters them have with them, yo.
Right.
Pilots have encounters with them astronauts have encounters. You know what I mean? Them know the chariots.
Right, you're supposed to be going crazy. Right, you're supposed to be considering suicide. But you know what? The Lord is never going to let you kill yourself. Because you need to be in chains.
That would be too good for you.
Yeah, you need to be in chains. You need to be in chains.
That would be, hey, imagine if all Edomites
It is true. Yeah. That was good. God, that was good. The Lord now make that happen, yo. The Lord's not going to make that happen. Right? The Lord's going to preserve your chains. Right? The Lord's going to preserve slavery. So that you can look forward to. Sure.
Hardcore slavery.
Yeah, man, you can look forward to that. Right? The Lord said double. So if one of you put with you, you're never going to double. Right? Except for the homosexual shit. You know, we're not going to do that. We're going to be judged.
In the cup, which she had filled to her double, how much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrows give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord, Yahweh Bashmir shall power who judgeth her. Hey, these American people are not going to blink twice to say, all right then, let's go to war. You know what I mean? And I have to think twice. The countless wars that America been in, they can just say, yeah man, we want war. But you know why? There's no war, not fighting.
I'm sure.
Right. It's got so many years of video games. War, whatever.
I was outside I could. There was one, I think it was for calling it Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 2 when them, I think, yeah man, because I treat them in America. Yeah, two of them fight war in Russia. One them fight war in England. Two of them fight at the airport bombing. And two, Russia that happened. Right, but not three them fight a war in America. Yeah. But hey, as I can say, you know, used to be, you know, the host for a war. You know, you used to be the guest. You know, you always leave your place and, you know, go party and come back. But you know what?
The tables have a turn. A big X. If you ever hear them say X on the spot here. There's a big X in America, yo. Well, a lot of X's and most of the nuclear missiles that are on the other side here will come raining down.
The perception that Russia is losing power by the mainstream media, you know what I mean? It's gonna backfire on the West, man. You know, because what they believe that is happening is when it comes to them, you know, they're gonna be surprised, man. All cases are gonna blacklist, man. You know what I mean? Hey, look, Russia been drilling a month ago. Been drilling with Iran and China. You know what I mean? You think for a second Russia doesn't have their allies, man? They have them alliance just like NATO have them alliance and they have a pact that any NATO member get attacked. It's the same thing with Russia. Any one of the allies get attacked and the same thing will happen. Yeah?
Hey, them people think Putin that stupid, you know. You know how much year, they think Putin sit down for 20 years and a plan something. For just one little 1-2 move like this, you know, dethrone him or throw him off and plan.
Yeah.
It's not so simple, you know.
No, it's been revealing that remember basically the first intent of Ukraine are a bunch of conscripts, man. But they don't send them the strength of their military up front of the battle. And that was strategic, man. Sending the shaky warrior there. We don't even know the purpose of them. You see them, man, you see? Them the radical. The men that I'm sending, the radical men. And if it get, I say, they have a strong military, you have to get rid of them, man. I guess you have to send them a front line of battle. As we speak about front line of battle, all those volunteers that entered into Ukraine, a part of that, they call it Georgian, whatsoever. Lord, Russia strike that camp, killing a whole lot of them. A whole lot of them died. 30 cruise missiles them fire over here. Kill a whole lot of them, man. I think 3 British special ops man dead in it. You know, there's an American soldier basically that was a part of it that escaped out of Ukraine. They were, he's saying that look, when them go over there, you see me, the Ukrainian them threaten them, say yo, if I send them out some easy part of the battle, some suicide mission, them send them one, and if they don't go, they're going to shoot them, man. That's, yeah, escape, because basically what them do, he might another one, same escape in an ambulance. But the base for the man, the volunteer to go, and they say, alright, you want a man, we're not going to do this, or whatever, I want to not do it, you have a show to do. Yeah, man, so yeah, that'll go on. So you might give the full story what go on and only reach back across the border, because if you got the border, then catch up, they must send you back. You know what I mean? Or they might kill them, man. That's what Ukraine do. So a bunch of stupid ass nigga now, I go over there to go meet a situation like that. You know what I mean? Which basically must say is a trap. Kind must say it's a trap. Then enter in one trap when them go over there. You know what I mean? So you want to start as you know, human shield and them something, yeah?
Remember saying, remember in World War I, you know, so Kaiser Wilhelm, them do, you know. World War I. When them, back in World War I used to go, I was the warfare and war kind of shoot on your battlefield. So you saw the officer them for the back line, and anybody turn back, the officer them shoot them. Yeah. Hey, look, man. Look, man, it's the time we enter into, man. We're in time of war, man, and they have all different type of games to play, man. You know? Look, man, you see what the mainstream media did? The mainstream media convinced these people that the Ukrainians are some good people. They're a bunch of neo-Nazis, man. They are Nazis, man, by the way. You know, you think it was a joke, Putin and them, a vast majority of the Ukrainian military are Nazis. And them don't like Americans. Them don't like Western. Look, man, there's a reason why, you know what I mean, there's a rift between the West and Russia and all the big countries around the Soviet Union. They don't like nobody else from the West, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, run for go help them. They don't like you. They don't like you. Don't find out the hard way.
Hey, the media piece of picture they will never
They don't like you, man. You see me? So yeah, I have a bunch of soldiers who escaped now, and in Poland, you know, they reach back in Poland now, and I get the full story of what going on over there. Media chat shit. Yeah.
I can get up some of them JK out there around after the mouth.
Yeah, man.
And
The
this
experience
is
was hard.
Joel 3 and verse 9 says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles,
Right.
prepare war, wake up the mighty men.
Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, because hey look. There's a word, an article on Yahoo News this today, basically talking about the Chechnyan leader and how they fear Chechnyans, the Chechnyan militia or Chechen army are going to Ukraine with brutality, man. And that's how them steer. They fear brutal battle. Hey, and these are a bunch of mighty men, man, been rose up to fight for Russia. You know what I mean? They're a Muslim, you know. I'm a Muslim. You know? And guess what? It's just like how you see, you have groups of men running into Ukraine to assist the Ukrainian army. It's the same way. You're gonna have men from the Middle East coming up to assist Russia over there in the Ukraine, men. Or any theater of war, you're gonna have the soldiers from other nations, you know, blending in. You know what I mean?
America, even Jamaicans.
We're going to go world. This is what I think it is, a world war, man. See? Someone that entered a certain theater and the guys, man, because one of the argument is the three special ops man them were dead. They must try to say ex-British military, but me feel like but the argument I say if it come out that them in the service currently, it will cause problem, man, because that means that Britain sends soldier in the Ukraine. So if you say X, and a lot of these men when you see a go, they don't know farmer this and farm, but them active members of military men. You know what I mean? But them go learn the hard way over there. You know? And you see, you learn how precise Russian weapons is. Yes, this war ain't no joke. It's just like how you have a javelin and all them other anti-tank and anti-aircraft bombs and tanks. Let this war come like sitting ducks and trucks and everything come like sitting ducks. Yeah, if you're on a location of a military base, tonight you can just die without seeing the battle, man. And that's what happened to them, all them. That's what happened to all of them. Man, they run down to Ukraine. Say them are gonna fight. They see that they never see it coming. The Ukrainian military couldn't shoot down a large percentage of the missiles them with fire. A 30 them fire. And you see the way out, because they must say no. They must say there's a Russian. Them say it's a Russian, you know, we don't know if I'm English speaking Russian, which is an agent, got the base to say him a volunteer to for fight against Russia too. And him have a laptop and him give them the coordinates, and when the man them are gather on a certain place and give them a coordinates and everything, so when the man them fire, a whole heap of man dead one time. And they say see him run. Russia see him run.
Because there's no factor that you know, Russia is smart enough to infiltrate them.
Yeah?
Everybody else can come fight with them, but them not think Putin smart enough to send them.
I think my Russian speaking man do that. Yeah.
Hey, you man have agents in America.
Yeah, you have agents all about, man.
KGB, them master the art of being double agent and even triple agent. Yeah.
Hey, I would not say, certain Ukrainian people, them say the first soldier, because this is how them know that conscripts enter into the war. You see me? The first is a soldier. People only say priest, brother. The same is a soldier. What the people them say they witness, the people that say they witness two types of soldier coming from Russia. The Ukrainian people, them say the first soldier them uncertain about what them do. You know what I mean? Them a beg, you see me?
Them don't know why them reach into the war, them don't know instead of that go war and all them or something. Them ill equipped. And the people them say, yo, the soldiers them will come now, them have flashlight for them gun, them have all type of something, you know, a night vision, all type of things, man. So Russia just a sending the real military men them know, man. So you know, so like expect not some them thing there yet. You see me? You see me? You know, so like expect not them have real battles to fight now. You know, with the strength of the Russian military, and Russia still keeping them strength because them now send everything over there in Ukraine to go fight in Ukraine while NATO or get a troops round and round the place. You know, them not send none of them new fighter jet over there. The T-14 Armata, you know, see them tank there go where they go get boom up. Because T-14 Armata is anti missile. Yeah. It's a thing with basically detect them and shoot them. Same thing like I drop in a fire. See me?
Yo, the Chetnian leaders of the other day, them tank America and NATO. For them missile when they give them.
Yeah.
Because them on the radar base, and find all of them missile over there.
Hey, mainstream news now, bring all that, they're going to continue. They're going to YouTube, they'll continue. This is, the Ukraine destroyed this, Ukraine destroyed that. When I swear the Russia totally annihilated our whole military base, man. We are over 1,500 soldiers all dead one time. You know what I'm saying?
Russia can't kill soldiers, man. Just civilian. Why do they Russia kill?
Man, I kill 1,500 soldiers one time. Just like that. You know what I mean? We don't hear about the news. You don't hear about that. You know, you hear how much Russian soldier dead. You know, hear how much Ukrainian soldier dead in a one attack, man. And you see the warrior you see the warrior is going to be the I lost meat grinder, man. The warrior had fear, you know. You see me? And cruise missile type shit, you know, they base and the one base boom with it in one night. You see me?
All the little thoughts and dreams when MSNBC and CNN and Fox people in their head, you just dash.
Hey, and they keep on, and the Indians they keep on bashing the Western media because they say they're not the truth what is going. It's the flip side. Right? It's an Indian channel.
Joel 3 and verse 9 again, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near.
And that's all the reason why you see these men going to volunteer. Now they must say they want money for them now. You know, so that these them become a mercenary, you know, them bring in now. You see me? See? So these are men that basically ex-war experience men they call them. Listen, they've got Afghanistan and Iraq to fight. I know. And guess what? This war, because they not expect. They not expect the type of war where they go face in Ukraine. Because that soldier there, my experienced soldier, and him so scared as hell, man. What happened over there? You know, because guess what? Them go fight against someone with just some AK-47, man. This shit is different, man. When I hear the sound of the artillery, them, you know what I mean? When I know the possibility that you're going to sleep and a cruise missile but take your ass out in the night, you know, that shit they never experienced in Afghanistan. You know what I mean? They never experienced in the other wars that them fight. So they never did know. So you know what they must say? They must say, yo, them not advise no citizen. We said them are going to take up arms to go to Ukraine go fight. That's why the military men will basically go there and see what go on. I say them, say, yo, look, I don't know, pretty men. Me and not shooting the do some. This is what go on over there. There is no video coming out showing you man brains are leak out. And man in a limbs, you go see some burnout tank. That's all you see.
Let them come up,
right.
Beat your plowshares into spears and your pruning hooks beat your swords into
yeah, wheat export cut off now, man. No, there's no planting going on in Ukraine and Russia, man. There's no planting going on. Belarus and the fertilizer thing, you don't know it already. No fertilizer leaving. But they're spending money now on what? Javelins. Yeah? They're spending money on Stinger missiles. You know? Certain country want to donate fighter jets.
Yeah.
Other countries are asking for military equipment.
Turkey sending drones over there. And all the drones get shot down already. Well, brother, the missile systems where Russia use and shoot them things now, and I think the best missile systems that Russia have, because the S-300 over there in Ukraine, it's not S-300, like most S-400. Yeah, I hear about Book, the Book missile system and some other missile system of them up. You know what I mean? You don't really hear about no top of the line missile system over there you've been used, man. You know what I mean? You know, so Russia now come on full force.
That's when they attack. They much like they attack by Russia.
Hey, I think NATO need that, but NATO will come and take over Ukraine skies. And NATO is not stupid, man. They know that Russia not even use them best anti-aircraft weaponry, man. You can't joke around with it. You must play them in the lows. So close to Russia, you're crazy. You see, if it was a theater as in like, you know, the Middle East, you know, Russia, it is more difficult for Russia to move more anti-aircraft missile batteries over there, far from Russia. But they're near to Russia, put all the batteries them there, and you feel like they're going to come make a no-fly zone. They're going to make a no-fly zone for you. You're crazy. How crazy is that? Eh? Them man's basically putting all of them, they don't have to put the missile battery them into Ukraine. They must bring them on the border Ukraine, right now Russia, so they must bring all of them come on the border and the whole of Ukraine's sky is covered, man. You know what I mean? And they have good range. Yeah? System have good range, man.
But the jungle tree and then again, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Assemble yourself and come all in Eden and gather yourself together round about thither. Cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Right, so these men who anxious to participate, they know them gone, you know, gone participate. And you look, man, you're going to see men coming up from the Middle East. Participated, man.
And the other day, I watched an interview with an Indian guy. You know what I mean? And the man said, I said, basically, no, them not taking attack from Russia, just America, because all of these other countries, you know, them kind of develop them military over the years, them get weaponry and stuff. He said, listen, this is not back then America could have passed you around you.
I see him brother them, man. I see him brother from Arabia, the same Indian brother them.
Right, so them give America tough talk right now as the scripture say, yo.
And basically was saying Russia was there for them. Right. When America they have a fund them, you see me? You see me, so them not gonna just, you see me? I mean, who would know so Russia even India would decide in Russia?
Let the Eden be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and there will I sit to judge all the Eden round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come and get you down, for the press is full, is pot overflowing, for the wickedness is great.
Right, hey, the Leon Theatre is going to be there in the Middle East, man. Leon Theatre is going to be there in the Middle East because they're going to try to execute the final part of the plan. It's not attack Iran, man. Here you attack the alliance, man. Here is where you attack the alliance, man. And they know say all the hell going to be.
Multitude in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
War get hot, them decide to move on America, man. That's what's going to happen. When the war gets hot over there, especially when Iran gets attacked, they might plan to move on America, man. Yeah?
And this is Ezekiel 38 and verse 1 says, and the word of the Lord came unto me saying, Son of man, set thy...
And look, not a so-called president over there in Ukraine. He's a part of the list of the flagman. That's, you know, say him say he's Jewish. Oh, they hail him from the, you see? And then they have them back. Yeah, boy.
Ezekiel 30 and 1 again. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord, how Bashmel shall power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor.
You're talking about the long military, how much in miles military convoy that Russia have in Ukraine. You ain't seen shit yet. That's not all of the Russian military. Yeah? Wait. And the Chechens them have them own tanks, man. You know what I mean?
The Belarusians, the Belarus are going to roll out for them too one at a time.
All this going, they are going to roll out for them weaponry, man. Yeah?
Even a great company with butlers and shields.
I know. Enough of them countries they say NATO gobble up. Guess what? They all get shaky. They all be afraid. And them are going to switch side.
Like countries like Romania, Hungary and
even Poland.
Croatia, Poland and everything.
Yo, shit gonna happen when money are frightened. I say, oh, you know, think I'm wise against Russia,
But Germany and France are showing intentions to turn too. Long time.
Even though after you think them are free and I see how them handle the situation with Zelensky. And I say, look, you know the NATO thing here, they really are going to work out, you know. I mean, because who are defending Zelensky?
Yeah.
Why did not defend him?
Macron talk it already. Macron said him actually Europe need to come together and get them own military defense, like them own military to defend themselves and stop depending on America.
So these nations
American venture into Europe. What for them plans for them have, it's not in the interest of the European countries, man. It's in the interest of saving the petrodollar. You know, it's in the interest is keep trade, you know, going with the US dollar, man. You know, especially what they want to do is control the energy market to the point where they can keep on using the US dollar to buy energy, man.
Yeah.
Resources, man. You know, and that's what basically is on the threat right now, and that's the reason why America basically pushing other countries to help them, you know, to prop up America. That's what it's about. They don't give a damn if Germany gas get cut off tomorrow by Russia. You know?
all of them handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them, all of them with shields and helmets.
Good.
Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarter, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepare and prepare for thyself.
Even Turkey that is sending drones over there in Ukraine gonna switch up, man. This stupid ass narrative that the West is pushing, man. Everybody gonna tired of that bullshit soon, man. Yeah? Gonna tired of that bullshit soon, man.
Hey, this thing very fragile, you know, because a lot of time you feel like people in the country but total mindset, and so a lot of time I just whatever leader come in. I remember even in Ukraine, a few years ago, Ukraine was poor Russian now, and they have a leader who was steered towards Russia. America go in and take him out and I try to drift them to the other way. So you know, take nothing for evil countries that with America now, if you have as a leader change, them just say, look, Russia, and I mean, the blink of an eye, them gone the next year. A lot of that will happen. No.
You feel like say yo, right now in a Europe, which point you say I need to get a troops and everything. You think say Russia, them well in the range of cruise missiles, man.
Right.
Them well in a range. You know, Russia don't have to go nowhere. Them can't run out of the missiles because them there in the yard. If they near to the man in the yard, the man can fire cruise missile from over in a Russia. You know what I mean? Because man, they fire missile from Belarus, the man they fire missile from. Different places. Man, don't fire missile from off a ship or the Black Sea.
Man, them range.
You remember Syria? Syria, which part of the cruise missile come from over in Syria? Iran! Russia fire cruise missiles from all the way in Iran. I show you how far he can fire them from, man.
But them they still supposed to know, because when them not fire from in the ocean, use missile them America fire.
Yeah.
From in the ocean, the time was Syria. Yeah. When Trump get out the other, that time they fire the cruise missile. Them out in the ocean, them stay and fire them off a ship.
Yeah.
Go and all like companies that are assembled unto thee and be thou a guard unto them.
Yes, and that's what Russia is going to do, man. That's what Russia is going to do. And America is proving themselves not to be guards to their friends. Russia, seeing, will come through on that. As you can see, they come through for Syria. And basically that's what India is saying now, Russia, they come through for them. Not for them time of crisis. You know what I mean? So, you know,
Hey, even the couple things that we have said today with even Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabia used to be our closest ally. Discussion now, the change over China to try and sell it.
Yeah.
you want selling the
Selling the island, yeah.
remember big.
Right. So the tide has shifted, yo. Tide is shifting, the nations have see the writing on the wall, yo.
Basically, them say, yeah, and them have like conspiracy. But all them say basically Trump, not Trump, Biden, I call Saudi Arabia. Man, the other day, and the man them not answer them phone. And they don't talk to them.
Imagine that, Can you imagine that?
Hey,
Because I think months before that,
Ultimate disrespect, yo.
by what you say to them, don't answer people, don't feel like talk to them.
no, them a crawl for the knee. I go out to Maduro.
America is there. As simple as the things is America. What I feel like America is a joke business, you know. There's a reason why they have what you call it, the reverence that they have across the world, you know. There's a reason why. Yeah. And they're going to try to remind some people.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Too much
like
people.
America is stronger, you know, why? Because people going to start the alliance with China and Russia and Iran.
Yeah.
I want bigger alliance. But China got alliance.
So they come like it hard to then discipline so much people.
Hey,
everybody a break off.
Yeah.
And they never used to be like that, you know, because when the man know a thing them call the Monroe Doctrine. And the Monroe Doctrine, that's a way back in the 1800s where President Monroe were right, he was the Secretary of State at that time. Yeah. And the Monroe Doctrine, them say, oh, no European country they're supposed to colonize no more new colonies in the West. Yeah. You see me? So if them have like how you have the Spaniards and used to colonize in a South America, Argentina, Brazil, them right that thing say yo, no new country is supposed to colonize no more place in the West. And the same thing like where Russia said no today. You see me? And their doctrine, when them just write the doctrine and them put it out, you see, some little country like Alaska used to bat them up. You see me, and rough them up and them have a quote. And the reason why they have a quote in a Wikipedia, they say, oh, them military nobody so strong. You see me, some small country used to bully them.
Oh, America?
Yeah. The naval fleet nobody so strong. You see me, so be a product they used to get from some small country. You see me, until they start getting, they expand the military, they can start pushing that thing down. But the same thing like America and Russia do now, I same thing America. A freedom doctrine that Russia do know where. See, they don't want no what they go for the say in Europe.
Dictate to them,
Yeah. And the man can't read up that thing that they never read it before because it's deep.
You're right. right and righteous decree.
Jeremiah 49 and 31 says, Arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care.
Right, it's America, man.
We season it.
You know, and the way all the mainstream media make things sound like there's no way Russia could attack America because our own pop down army and see that the shows them pop down and them organize so I want to Ukraine there. And that's the message them try to send it up. You see me? But basically they deceive themselves because they hear that they believe that. You have Americans really believe that Russia is incapable. Oh, them think anything technologically that way, but it seems as if, you know, some old them still use and old tactics and way.
I ask myself a question, why America just go in and
rub out Russia? Seems as it's so easy.
Yeah. Why am I rub them out? It's that easy, America and NATO. It's Russian, they have no technology. Why just rub them out? Action back your talk you're making. You're well known, it's a Russian military in a lot of ways even superior to American technology. Russian missiles right now even outer space, Russian rockets they are used to go outer space.
There's a tactical nuke. You know, it's a tactical nuke in it. Something going to happen to shake up some people. Man. You know, Russia going to shake up some people. You know, something going to go down. Some people are getting shaken. You know, it must be not physical either. It can be some economical. Something will go down. People will get shaken.
Cyber.
Something will go down. People will change their mind. Yeah?
Saith the Lord, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone. And their cattle shall be a booty, and the multitude of their and the camel shall be a booty, and the multitude of their cattle a spoil, and I will scatter into all wings them that are in the uttermost corners. And I will bring their calamity from all sides thereof, saith the Lord. And Azor shall be a dwelling for dragons, and a desolation forever.
In general, this war will be destructive in general. But America will not be the place there. Will be wasted, totally wasted.
That's my brain, them calamity from all angles, all round. They might get circled from, they might get invaded from everywhere. See? All angles. Yeah.
Jeremiah 50 and verse 9 says, For lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nation from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her, from hence she shall be taken. Their arrows.
Yeah, my word say, oh, Russia can't take care, simple care. Shut the crap up. You know, all I'm going to take Baghdad. Man, you're going like say, oh, you say we're going to take. We're running us. Could I take it in a? You know, saying Russia could I take it in a 2 days, 2 or 3 days. How long America take Baghdad? And Baghdad wasn't that equipped like how the Ukraine and them equipment.
Yeah.
They might have some serious anti-aircraft weaponry. They might have some serious weaponry where them get from Russia, man. You know what I mean? I see Russian equipment the man them used to. You know, them have battle tanks, them have fighter jets, you know. Now them have Buk. Them have the Javelin. Come on now, man. Them have drones. They get supply with drones. No, drone business are going over here in Ukraine.
And Iraq need to get no help.
Some man are up on with the AK-47 unlike no Iraq, man.
Hey, Iraq need to get no help from nobody. And them takes a long to take Iraq. And Iraq need to get no help. Yeah.
The arrow shall be of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
Right, yo, go for them arrow there. Not the nuclear one, but the arrow. They call that
base.
The foreign mercenary base. They're not even, some of them gonna sit back yet. They just fly in and come. They just fly in and, you know, come in and, you know. We're fight against Russians, you know, they see a Russian face burn up with fire already.
Yeah, man.
War is hell, man.
No more than supposed to know and go.
War is hell. And the media continue to convince them, like a Call of Duty, them go there and play. You know? Man, I talk about him and go and him not have no military experience. You're an idiot. We just gunshot alone, man, about half fire. And it's different, man.
Get some money.
Artillery.
Get some money for boosting, man.
When Russia shelling is scary, you know.
Hey, you know much American soldiers up on the road now, lose their mind. Post, so them call it post-traumatic.
PTSD.
You know all of the stress for them go through after a while, yo.
Yo, that truck will fire them whole heap of missile like that.
Yeah.
When they start to drop, you know what I mean? People pissing themselves, man.
That's the pure lights, yo.
And they must say Independence Day like never before. Fireworks. But some real fireworks.
I wonder if I stop by run when I drop by here, if I stop when I drop in here. Enough of them are real, don't get up.
I think one hole for something like that. They go like stuck in the
battling thing there, yo. That's why enough of the top general down them bunkers, yo. When them things they start kick off,
Isaiah 13 and verse 4 says, noise of a multitude in the mountain, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together, the Lord of hosts muster the hosts of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
And those missiles, yes, if we put on alert, that's what's going to happen, man. They're going to be launched, man. You know, coming from all the way from Russia, all the way from China. You know.
It seems far to the American them still now. You see, up by the Arctic Circle, it's so close. You know what I mean? Right, so nobody thinks that them are going to come all the way this side. Like them are come on the equator. I come around, you know? Them just go up on the Arctic Circle and come right over Canada.
And you see, America is very vulnerable. I can't narrow. Russia be testing NORAD all the time, man. Not very command testing them, you know?
Great Satan.
But hey, look, they basically ill-equipment. Are they not? Because I think there's only one icebreaker. You know, I think only one icebreaker America have, you know?
Yeah.
Up there, you know? And it basically might come out of service. Russia have a bomb icebreaker. The military, man. So them can come through with ships from the north, man. You know what I mean? Show you America, so them not expect an invasion from the north, man. See me? Yo, in a minute, Russian troops can be in Alaska. In a minute. You know what I mean? You can't see Alaska look over Russia, brother.
Yeah. Right from Siberia.
Yeah.
To destroy the whole land. All ye for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger.
Both with wrath and fierce anger. And you know, when I have some real crazy right now, you know. You see, the regular man, in the West not feeling here, but hey, look. You know, we are And news reporters say, yo, the Russian soldiers, some of the conscripts that go over there, them already tell the parents that they're dead already, you know. The parents are Russian, so they think they're dead, you know. And if I want them when they're dead, you know. That man, Ukrainian military capture, man. And them parents is dead a long time, you know. Yeah, man. When they're even dead, you know. When they go and battle him and say, man, they're dead. Hey, we get rid of them weakling out of the country. No, that's what China wants to do. China want to do the same thing because them not say them look, them too much effeminized men in China, man. So if there's a war, must send them back first to the front of the battle. You can't build a nation with a bunch of wimp. You know? They must send them go dead to man. Yeah?
Sir P always attack about the Gen Z. Out here in Jamaica, the soldier them were saying. So this guy now is out next to him, say like the man a real soldier. They have a program out here where they can do that. So P always a look out on it. Them always make videos, sit on TikTok and all the kind of joke with us. Sir P say, yo, I'm like a joke thing, yo. The man a real soldier.
And the mighty men them a wake up now, man. They look up hopeful, man.
Hey, you remember seeing people going to the army and join the police force just for a job and get money? And see, I said the other day we did the clock and we stop a police girl. And I see a long time when I see her, she said she did a St. Thomas, so one see for see, I'm going to St. Thomas, I don't know that. You see me say, girl, I say, see you want to go to Clarendon and money them and pay shoot out a ground. I guess it's the property of St. Thomas where we're calm and easy, you see me? And now that she's supposed to join the army to go through the country.
Yeah, in the army, it's a fun thing, especially from the West.
Yeah.
Almost every woman who knows go to States in the US.
Army then gone now. Because a quick way to make money and feel about their family, yeah.
When they must sell that thing, they not sell it as like you have a war for your country. You ever see the American Army commercial? They go one journey because they're commercial.
Something fun and nice. After I say verse 5 again say, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Day of the Lord come cruel.
Verse
6, yeah.
Slack ya, verse 9 again. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Precept. This is Habakkuk 2, And start of verse 5 says, Yea also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and those shall be for booties unto them. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
No, it is. It's not gonna turn out. Hey, it's not gonna turn out right for America, man. You know, it's not look pretty at all. You see what's going on over there in Ukraine now? I think that is nothing. You know, it's the most I saving the best for last. You know?
Jeremiah 51:1 just say, the Lord, behold, I will rise up against Babylon, against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her.
And that destroying wind was what? Coming from a nuclear destruction. How is a fanner? A fanner is somebody who keep the fire going, man. You know what I mean? So the Lord is going to have that fire going over there, man. Scripture says smoke will go up forever, man.
And shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. Against him that lifteth up in his beginning, and spared not he her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts.
1916, so look. Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19 and verse 16 and verse 16. Say, in that day shall Egypt be like unto woman, and it shall be afraid.
Right.
And fear become afraid because fear because of the shaking of the hands of the Lord of hosts, which shaketh over it.
Right. So I'll be like woman, man.
I guess the other one here didn't want so like Jeremiah 51:30 says, the mighty men of Babylon have borne to fight. They have remained in their holes, their might have failed. They became as women. That one you want?
Yeah. So they say they become as what? As
they
women.
Became as women.
Hey, look, man, you see this type of warfare that's going to happen, man. It's worse than what happened in Afghanistan. It's worse than what happened in Iraq. And everywhere, every theater where these men fight, you know, there's nobody going to the military to make money. You get some money, they never go prepare for war. You have a Negro woman come out and say, oh, I cry, I say, oh, she never go in and she never sign up for the thing there.
She never read the contract.
Be more sensitive.
That's why you know what I mean? Never read the contract.
The commercial of them about I think my brother has something enticing. You see me? And then them advertise my brother just look for one American or one Navy. But then just walk up nice and just pose. And the big flag just come back at them. And I see some flag playing a flag.
Try.
Pretty and
Watch a video with watch a video, brother.
Then I show you money that get
Watch a helmet camp. I want soldier, brother, from Afghanistan. Right now, the whole of him squad don't make no sense. And him are the only person. You see me? Him are the only person there. God do not need him. You see for the man them fire shot for the man them my youth.
Then turn fool.
Hey, every man lie down flat and one man alone a fire shot, you know?
Yeah.
The man won't go where so from grenade launcher and he go fire the grenade launcher. You must tell someone to lie down there so. One man alone.
Said, everybody turn fool. Go back to the scripture says Jeremiah 51 again and 30. The mighty men of Babylon are forborn to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. Yeah. See, he says, one post shall run to meet another, and one messenger meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end.
You about Ukraine right now? Man, trying to circle Ukraine. Alright, man, going to circle America, man. You know, exactly. So you see that city get kept down like when my money to the city them in Ukraine and all. Kiev and the city there, and the city there, and the city there, Russia surround them. You want yourself, man. American cities are going to be in the news at one point, man. Or yourself.
Yeah, they get besieged.
Until the missile and start dropping on CNN. Headquarters, yo.
Fight on American side. It says, and that the passages are stopped, and the reeds they have burned with fire, and the men of war are affrighted. For thus said the Lord, power of hosts, the God of Israel. Neither, yeah, it says, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her, yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. Nebuchadnezzar, oh, that Joe Biden. Says Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had devoured me. He had crushed me. He had made me an empty vessel. He had swallowed me up like a dragon. He had filled his belly with my delicacies. He had cast me out. The violence done to me and to my flesh be upon Babylon. Shall the inhabitants of Zion say, and my blood upon the inhabitants of the Chaldeans shall Jerusalem say. Therefore said the Lord power, behold, I will plead thy cause and take vengeance for thee, and I will dry up her sea and make her springs dry. And we know that will happen by the means of thermonuclear missiles. You know?
Right.
Yes. So, and Babylon shall become heaps and dwelling places for dragons, and astonishment and an hissing without inhabitant. It says, they shall roar together like lions, they shall yell as lion whelps. In their wheat I will make their feast, and I will make them drunken, that they may rejoice and sleep, or perpetual sleep, and not wake, said the Lord power. Right. You can see the judgment of the Lord prepare for this place, man.
Right. Because from come over here in a slavery, yo, all the leaders of these nations, yo, as further with affliction, yo, which point have we gotten rest? You know what I mean?
Even among our people, them use them for further our affliction.
Right.
Yeah?
You know what I mean? So imagine all of them built up, you know, judgment here from all of them time from then till now. You know what I mean? America will really feel it, yo.
Babylon the Great.
Babylon, right?
Exactly.
Ezekiel 38 and verse 9 says, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands, and many people with thee. Thus saith the Lord, power. It shall also come to pass that at that time, at same time, shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
And we know that village are careless and have no, them cities now have no wall around it.
Right.
You know, so it's easy to be invaded.
Right.
Yeah? Right.
Because a certain pride, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
Military pride with them about minding other people's business, yo.
Exactly.
And America is left one. Totally open.
Yeah. Them a police the world and not well, them a police the people now because them get ready for slaughter you Israelites up there. Yeah.
Let me say when the priest of a breed and they mention about the part when them those shall come like a cloud cover.
Yeah,
Cover
exactly.
the whole land. So basically, they always reflect on the movie Red Dawn. When they did have the North Korean, the North Korean did invade America.
The difference is
And
that
I did
Russia
have
could
one,
do that.
the one before, the one of the 80s, the one of the 80s, the Russian they did invade America from then time there. So you remember when the man them come down and they like some people at school, as some students at school and them are in a class, and when them look, them see big military men come down in a parachute, the whole ear,
Yeah,
black out
full
with
of
men,
people, yeah.
black out with men in a parachute, I come down in America, invade America, yo.
Because the American, even the mindset of the American people, yo. Right now, over there in Russia, Russian people have a different mindset, yo. Them build tough, yo.
Yeah.
The American,
Them dolphin
them,
cracker.
yo.
You know, say, man, really Russian.
Yeah, and a Russian man. Remember?
Imagine Russia them pull up a Times Square and see them man in a Spider-Man costume.
Yeah.
Imagine
costume. Like in a Times Square. Some big man at Times Square. Yeah.
Acting like they are 13, you know?
Oh,
I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without care, without walls, having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of nations which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land.
Right, because every nation on earth dwell in America, yo. You know what I mean? Every nation. And as what them used to call it, yo, them call it so-called beacon of light, yo. And every nation go there, everybody go there, go try and get wealth, yo. The Arabs, them, you know what I mean? The Africans, everybody go America, go try and make it so-called materialistically. And even our people out here in Jamaica, you know, them say them go over there for a better opportunity. But soon and very soon that way of life that you used to come right down. You know what I mean?
Isaiah 33 and verse 1 says, Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end of dealing treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
And that we can close off that precept. I mean, because America, you know, has been robbing, plundering the earth over the years here. And so this precept says, all of them riches them gather up, what is just going to be saved for what the elect, yo. You know what I mean? So everything on the load, rob and steal over the years, yo, all of that, I go come back to the mind of the Lord, yo. You know what I mean?
So with that, I say all praises and honor to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Gravely Stone. Shalom to all the brothers and how they pushing this truth in all sincerity and in all honesty. Shalom. Shalom.